ٹریننگ کیمپ. تو وہ یہی ایشو تھا کہ ویزا ایشوز کی وجہ سے پراپر کیمپ اٹینڈ نہیں کر پائے.
جی ویسے وسیم آپ خود تو 25 سال سے باکسنگ کے کھیل سے منسلک ہیں, تو وفاقی اور صوبائی سطح پر باکسنگ کی جو کھلاڑی ہیں انہیں کون کون سی سہولیات دستیاب ہیں؟
دیکھیے ڈفرینٹ اسپورٹس ہے اور میں نے کبھی مجھے ویزا ایشوز نہیں ہوا. یہ آئی تھنک دوسری دفعہ ہے جو ویزا ایشو ہو رہا ہے اس میں, کیونکہ مجھے سمجھ نہیں آ رہا بیکاز آئی تھنک کچھ ہمارے جو گورنمنٹ کی طرف سے جو سپورٹ ہونی چاہیے پراپر کھلاڑیوں کو سپورٹ نہیں ہو رہا. اور جو ویزا ایشوز میرے حساب کے مطلب میرے طرح کی جو انٹرنیشنل ایتھلیٹس ہیں جنہوں نے کئی بار پاکستان کو ریپرزینٹ کیا انٹرنیشنل لیول پر, ان کے ساتھ یہ ویزا ایشوز نہیں ہونی چاہیے. بیکاز آپ دیکھیں میرے 4 پاسپورٹ ہے, اس پہ میرا امریکہ کا, یو کے کا اور ساؤتھ کوریا جاپان کا, یہ 3 سے 4 ویزے میرے ویلڈ تھے. تب بھی یہ شنجن ویزوں میں مجھے مسئلہ ہوا ہے پہلی دفعہ. اس سے پہلے بھی ویزے لگے ہیں, لیکن آج کل جو ایک نیا مسئلہ شروع ہوا ہے کہ آپ اگر ویزا اپلائی کریں گے تو آپ کو پہلے اپوائنٹمنٹ چاہیے ہوگا. اس اپوائنٹمنٹ کے لیے بھی آپ کو 2 سے 3 مہینے ویٹ کرنا ہوگا, اور پھر اس کے بعد آپ کا جب پاسپورٹ چلا جاتا ہے پھر وہ کوئی 40 to 45 ڈیز اس میں لگتے ہیں کہ آپ کو پاسپورٹ ملے. تو اس طرح جو میرے حساب کی جو ایتھلیٹس ہیں انٹرنیشنل, تو ہمارا پراپر کیمپ نہیں ہو سکتا نا. اس کے لیے تو پھر ہمیں 1 سال پہلے اپلائی کرنا ہوگا. سارے جتنے بھی کنٹریز ہے, چاہے شنجن ہو, چاہے یہ جو ہے کیا کہتے ہیں امریکہ کا ہو یا یو کے کا ہو, تو ہمیں 1 سال پہلے اپلائی کرنا ہوتا ہے. اور باقی ویزا آپ کو صرف اور صرف 1 منتھ کا ملتا ہے, یا زیادہ سے زیادہ 90 ڈیز کا, وہ بھی ایک انٹری ہوتی ہے, ملٹیپل انٹری نہیں ہوتا. تو یہ گورنمنٹ کو ہیلپ کرنی چاہیے پراپر, جو پراپر ریئل اسپورٹس مین ہے. مجھے پتہ ہے کہ کچھ اس طرح کے بھی اسپورٹس مین ہیں جو ایک ہی بار جا کے واپس نہیں آتے, تو اس کی وجہ سے بھی ہماری کنٹری کا نام خراب ہوتا ہے. تو یہ
اچھا وسیم یہ بتائیے پروفیشنل کریئر کی جو ہے کل 15 باؤٹس میں سے 13 میں فتح اپنے نام کر چکے ہیں, مستقبل میں کون سی فائٹ کی تیاریاں ہو رہی ہیں؟
دیکھیں میں پاکستان کا واحد باکسر ہوں جو ورلڈ رینکنگ میں نمبر 1 رہا ہوں. چاروں جو دنیا کے سب سے بڑے باڈیز ہے, جیسے
ٹھیک ہے وسیم, بہت شکریہ آپ کا. اور اس وقت پاک سعودی بزنس فورم کا اس وقت انعقاد ہو رہا ہے, آپ کو وہاں پہ لے چلتے براہ راست. آپ کو پتہ ہے کہ اسلام آباد میں اس وقت سعودی انویسٹمنٹ جو ہے اس کا بہت بڑا بورڈ آ چکا ہے, گزشتہ روز تشریف لایا تھا, اور اس وقت پاکستان سعودی عرب بزنس فورم کا انعقاد ہو رہا ہے.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Excellency Senator Muhammad Ishaq Dar, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister, Islamic Republic of Pakistan. His Excellency Khalid bin Abdul Aziz Al Faleh, Minister for Investment, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Honorable Ministers, Parliamentarians, Government officials, Excellencies, our foreign dignitaries who are here with us today. Respected ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Federal Ministry of Commerce, Syed Farooq Hassan would like to welcome all of you to the plenary session of the Pak Saudi Business Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan and Saudi Arabia have a long-standing relationship rooted in geographic proximity, historical trade ties, and of course, religious affinity. Our bilateral trade has definitely grown steadily over the years. with main areas of bilateral cooperation in the fields of energy, agriculture, textile, defense, and many more. Saudi Arabia has indeed been an all-weather friend of Pakistan, always there for Pakistan. Our relationship has definitely grown. We've become more closer, more friendlier, and now the two countries are working together to enhance economic partnerships. The organization of this second Pak-Saudi Business Forum this year is a manifestation of this partnership. We will begin today's proceedings with the recitation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
لإيلاف قريش.
For the accustomed security of the Quraysh, their accustomed security in the caravan of winter and summer.
فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت.
Let them worship the Lord of this house, who has fed them, saving them from hunger, and made them safe, saving them from fear.
Ladies and gentlemen, now to welcome all of you formally, I would request His Excellency Mr. Jam Kamal Khan, the Federal Minister for Commerce, to kindly come and formally welcome each one of you. Please welcome His Excellency Mr. Jam Kamal Khan, Federal Minister for Commerce.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Minister for Investment, His Excellency Khalid Al-Faleh, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Isagdar Sahab, my dear brother Ibrahim Al-Mubarak, Vice Minister, distinguished delegates from Saudi Arabia, businessmen from Pakistan, my dear colleagues, cabinet members, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is a great honor to stand before you today at the plenary session of the Pak-Saudi Business Forum. Here in the vibrant city of Islamabad, on behalf of Government of Pakistan and people of Pakistan, I welcome and extend my sincere appreciation to His Excellency Khalid Al-Faleh, Minister of Investment, for his gracious leadership in representing the Saudi side in this forum. I also warmly welcome the esteemed Saudi officials and business leaders who have traveled to join us in fostering and strengthening trade and investment ties with Pakistan. We deeply value the opportunity to collaborate through this important forum as we embark on a shared journey to enhance bilateral trade and investment between our two brotherly countries. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Saudi Arabia visionary leadership in fostering economic cooperation is commendable, and Pakistan eagerly anticipates the opportunities that His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030 will bring. Vision 2030 aims to diversify Saudi Arabia's economy, expanding into sectors such as tourism, renewable energy, technology, infrastructure, and more. There is immense potential for Pakistani companies to contribute and benefit from the transformable agenda, from construction and IT services to skilled labor and agriculture. Pakistani businesses are well positioned to capitalize on the vast opportunities offered by the Vision 2030. We look forward deepening our collaboration and playing a significant role in the success of this initiative and further strengthening the ties between our two countries. Excellencies, Pakistan's primary export to Saudi Arabia includes cereals, especially rice, meat, textiles, footwear, certain dairy products, fruits, vegetables, and fish products. There is significant untapped potential to increase this export, especially given the growing demand in the Saudi market for quality food products, textiles, and other value-added goods. In line with the vision of the Prime Minister of Pakistan to boost bilateral trade, the Ministry of Commerce has developed a comprehensive business plan. This plan outlines trade-specific targets, which will be monitored on a quarterly, biannual, and annual basis to ensure progress in enhancing trade relations with Saudi Arabia. Key sectors with strong export potential have been identified for targeting marketing and promotion efforts. These sectors include food and agriculture, textile, leather goods, pharmaceuticals, construction material, IT services, and renewable energy solutions. By focusing on these areas and adopting a strategic approach, Pakistan aims to expand its presence in the Saudi market, contributing to the broader goals of economic cooperation with Vision 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, these sectors have the potential to yield significantly better results with a comprehensive and focused marketing effort. Currently, food and textile dominates Pakistan exports to Saudi Arabia, accounting to over 85% of the total exports. However, there's a substantial untapped potential in other sectors, especially pharmaceuticals, construction materials, surgical instruments, sports and engineering, which collectively represents around 10% of exports, but offer enormous growth opportunities. The demand on the Saudi side, particularly high-quality goods from Pakistan, provides an excellent opportunity to enhance exports across these sectors. With the right promotional strategies, targeted outreach, and improved market access, Pakistan can greatly expand its footprint in Saudi Arabia, vice versa, diversifying its export portfolio while capitalizing on the kingdom's evolving economic landscape. The Ministry of Commerce is planning to organize a single-country exhibition in Jeddah in February 2025, aiming to directly engage with Saudi Arabia's leading brands and importers. The high-profile event will serve as a platform, showcase Pakistan's diverse export potential, and foster direct business connections. Pakistan will warmly welcome and fully facilitate investments and partnerships from Saudi Arabia in key sectors such as IT, minerals, textiles, food security, engineering, and energy during the exhibition. The exhibition will offer a unique opportunity to Saudi investors to explore Pakistan's thriving business environment with an emphasis on mutual growth and development. At the same time, I would like to put forward an invitation to all the delegates who have come from Saudi Arabia on the Texpo on Textile happening in Karachi this month, and at the same time, the Auto Market Industry Expo happening in Lahore again this month, October 2024. I want to reiterate Pakistan's unwavering commitment to deepening its ties with Saudi Arabia. I'm confident that through our collective efforts, we can forge a more integrated and prosperous relationship built on the foundation of our strong brotherhood and expanded trade relations. Let us work hand in hand to leverage our respective strengths and foster innovative business models that will promote place stability and sustainable economic growth for both nations. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and my good wishes for a success.
Thank you, Excellency Jam Kamal. As you rightly mentioned, this is a combined journey of mutual growth, And still, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of untapped markets which are there, ready for investment to pour in. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request our Honorable Federal Minister for Finance and Revenue, Senator Mohammad Aurangzeb, to kindly come up and share his thoughts on today's plenary session. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Federal Minister for Finance and Revenue, Senator Mohammad Aurangzeb.
Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister, Cabinet colleagues, distinguished members of the Saudi delegation, the Pakistani business community, a very warm welcome, a very good morning, and sabah al-khair. Over the last 12 to 14 months, alhamdulillah, we have had and we've made very tangible progress in terms of the macroeconomic stability. By the time we closed the last fiscal year, and as you know, our fiscal year is from July 1 to June 30th, all macro indices reflected this progress. On the fiscal side, we were in primary surplus. Our current account deficit was less than $1 billion, a stable currency, foreign exchange reserves, which had dipped to 2 weeks of imports, were up to over 2 months of import cover. The downward trajectory on inflation, and I'll come back to that in a moment, reduction in the policy rate, and all outstanding dues to our foreign investors got paid before we started this fiscal year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure and privilege to say that we have consolidated those gains as we've entered this fiscal year. In the first quarter, which closed end of September, on the back of very strong remittances, indeed, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia plays a very, very important and critical role in terms of that corridor. So we always remain grateful for that. Also, the export flows, especially in terms of year-on-year, very critical deltas and important deltas in terms of IT services. Inflation, which had peaked at 38%, for the first time in September, all indicators, whether it's the headline inflation, whether it's the core inflation, whether it's average inflation, alhamdulillah, came down into single digit, and we were at 6.9%. And inshallah, that trajectory will continue as we go forward. And on the back of that, we've seen the reduction in the policy rate. There's more to do on that front. But especially the Pakistani business community, which is sitting here, all our friends, hopefully are seeing jo samarat hain uske in terms of the reduction in Kaibo, because that's what impacts you in terms of your lending rates. And inshallah, we will continue to see those markup rates continue to come down so that we can start seeing lending back into the private sector. And when we talk about the private sector, someone just mentioned to me that, and I want to say that in a lighter way, that last time I was here at this conference, and this is the second summit, I'd said if the private sector has to lead the country, then the private sector has to be sitting in front, and the government functionaries have to be sitting at the back. So I'm very grateful to the organizers of this conference who have exactly done that, where we give due credit and remain respectful to our business communities, both on the Pakistan and the Saudi front, in terms just of the seating plan. Now, coming back to the economy at the moment, now what we've seen is, on the back of this macroeconomic stability, we've seen credit rating upgrades. Now, there's more to do on that front as we move towards B- at least. We have seen institutional flows coming back into the country, both on the debt side and on the equity side. And yesterday, we actually saw an all-time record high of Pakistan Stock Exchange. As a finance minister, I am slightly cautious about taking credit for the stock market, but it is a data point, and I thought it was important to mention that data point. We also had, during September, IMF approve and their board approve an extended program for the country. It has really two implications and two reasons why we wanted to go into this extended program. One was to bring permanence to the macroeconomic stability, and I just mentioned a few things which are happening on that front. And the second thing is to execute the structural reforms which have been elusive in this country. Under the guidance of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, we are now well underway in terms of structural reforms, whether it's on the taxation side, whether it's on the energy side, whether it's the state-owned enterprises. And we are very clear in the government that the government has no business in being in business. The government has to provide policy framework and policy continuity. It's the private sector which has to lead this country, and therefore we welcome all the delegates from Saudi Arabia, because this sort of re-emphasizes the importance that we put in terms of B2B businesses as we go forward. And we are very clear, we need to execute these structural reforms. We are very committed to these structural reforms so that we can get from stability to a path of sustainable growth, inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister, we are at a good place on the economic front, and we are open for business. As the ministers who would follow me and Minister of Commerce has already made a very strong, put a very strong proposition in terms of why Pakistan is a very important destination for investments, inshallah, going forward. I would like to just conclude by thanking Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Royal Court, in terms of providing the necessary support throughout the turnaround journey over the last 12 to 14 months. And I would be remiss if I don't express my personal gratitude to my dear brother, Minister of Finance, Honorable Al-Jadaan, with whom I have interacted over the last 6 months very, very frequently. And I do want to, as I said, express my sincere appreciation and gratitude for his personal guidance, his engagement in terms of where we are. We owe a lot to him and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency, Federal Minister for Finance and Revenue, Senator Muhammad Aurangzeb, for your views. And as you rightly mentioned, the private sector has to lead the economy, and the economy is indeed in the growth phase. Ladies and gentlemen, the establishment of Special Investment Facilitation Council, SIFC, as we know, was a key milestone in establishing the right trajectory for tapping our investment opportunities. Now, I would like to show you briefly the potential and investment opportunities in Pakistan in this video.
باكستان نحمل إرثاً تم صياغته من خلال استراتيجيات اقتصادية بعيدة النظر دفعتنا إلى نهضة غير مسبوقة وإنجازات ضخمة مما ألهم الآخرين للسير على خطانا. باكستان تواجه اليوم تحديات اقتصادية لكنها لم تفقد الأمل أبداً. بدأت حكومة باكستان خطة لإنعاش الاقتصاد الباكستاني بهدف الاستفادة من الإمكانيات الاقتصادية غير المستغلة والموارد الطبيعية الوفيرة بالإضافة إلى القوى العاملة الشابة الماهرة لقيادة التحول الاقتصادي. ولهذا الهدف تحديدا نشأ المجلس الخاص لتسهيل الاستثمار، والذي يمثل نقطة تحول محورية في التطور الاقتصادي في باكستان، حيث يهدف المجلس إلى جذب الاستثمارات الأجنبية وتسهيل الخصخصة وتنشيط النمو الاقتصادي. يعتبر المجلس الخاص لتسهيل الاستثمار نافذة واحدة ديناميكية للاستثمارات السلسة، مدعومة بنهج حكومي موحد، حيث يوفر مناخا استثماريا ممتازا للمستثمرين من البلدان الصديقة من خلال تسهيل العقبات البيروقراطية وتيسيرها. في البداية حددت باكستان 4 قطاعات ذات أولوية، والتي توفر فرصا استثمارية ضخمة وعوائد اقتصادية كبيرة. قطاع الزراعة والثروة الحيوانية في باكستان، حيث الأراضي الخصبة غير المستغلة تنتظر من يستثمرها. من المؤكد بأننا ننتقل من الزراعة التقليدية إلى الابتكار من خلال الزراعة المجتمعية الحديثة عالية التقنية ومنخفضة التكلفة. يتمتع قطاع تكنولوجيا المعلومات في باكستان بالقدرة على النمو بفضل المواهب الاستثنائية والسياسات التطلعية، حيث تعد باكستان موطن ثاني أكبر مجتمع للعاملين المستقلين في العالم، كما تحتل المرتبة الثالثة في المساهمة العاملة عبر الإنترنت، إذ يعد ذلك نقطة جذب لفرص الاستثمار. تعد الأراضي الباكستانية موطنا لسابع أكبر احتياطات النحاس في العالم، بالإضافة إلى احتياطات كافية من الذهب والحديد والمعادن الأخرى الضرورية للتحول العالمي إلى الطاقة الخضراء. كما تحتل باكستان المرتبة الثانية عالميا من حيث احتياطات الملح والفحم. يقدم قطاع المعادن فرصا استثمارية في مختلف المراحل، من التعدين إلى الصهر والتكرير والصناعات اللاحقة، مما يجعل القطاع ساحة مربحة للاستثمار. إدراكا لضرورة تلبية الطلب المتزايد على الطاقة، يوفر قطاع الطاقة في باكستان فرصا استثمارية كبيرة بفضل الخطط الاستراتيجية لتعزيز قدرات توليد الطاقة ونقلها والتحول التدريجي إلى الطاقة المتجددة. أصبح قطاع الطاقة في باكستان مهيئا للتحول إلى الطاقة النظيفة. ولكن لماذا الاستثمار في الاقتصاد الباكستاني المزدهر؟ يعد الموقع الاستراتيجي لباكستان بمثابة بوابة جنوب ووسط آسيا وما وراءها، مما يعزز التجارة والتكامل الإقليمي. تتمتع باكستان بقوى عاملة شابة ماهرة مستعدة للمساهمة في نجاح أي مشروع. تتمتع مناطقنا الاقتصادية الخاصة بأرباح عالية للمستثمرين بفضل البنية التحتية المصممة خصيصا بنظم الحوافز. باكستان تسير اليوم على طريق التحول وتستعيد عافيتها الاقتصادية، حيث المستقبل المشرق الواعد. ترحب باكستان بالانضمام إليها عبر خلق بيئة اقتصادية مربحة لكلا الطرفين، من خلال الاستفادة من المزايا التنافسية التي تتمتع بها باكستان، بما في ذلك المستثمرون المحليون ودولنا الصديقة.
Pakistan is indeed a land of opportunity. We also have a very strategic location. We are the gateway to South Asia. We can boast of our youth bulge, which is more than 65% of our population, and we are proud of our skilled workforce. We have an abundant reserve of natural resources, minerals, and amazing opportunities in the field of
इस्लामाबाद में पाकिस्तान सऊदी अरब बिजनेस फोरम का हुआ है इनेकाद और सऊदी तकरीबन 40 कंपनियों का वफ्द सरमायाकारी के लिए पाकिस्तान में मौजूद है। इस हवाले से आगे जैसे भी अपडेट्स आएंगे हम आपको देते रहेंगे। अभी हम एक ब्रेक ले रहे हैं, उसके बाद दोबारा हाजिर होंगे। स्टे विद अस।
सिर्फ क्रीम नहीं, पाकिस्तान की नंबर 1 सीरम क्रीम। इसका एडवांस्ड मल्टीविटामिन सीरम गहराई तक जाए, दाग धब्बे घटाए और रोजाना इस्तेमाल दे 3 गुना ग्लो। 1, 2, 3 गुना ग्लो। ग्लो एंड लवली।
याद रखना, सिर्फ सेफगार्ड से सब सब।
सेफगार्ड से जो नहाए, घर तो झम से बचता जाए। चलता जाए।
जबरदस्त हिफाजत अब 20 रुपए की जबरदस्त बचत के साथ।
इस विमेंस क्रिकेट सीजन कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क के साथ लेट्स बैक हर ड्रीम। पैक पर दिए हुए QR कोड को स्कैन करें, अपनी बेटी की पिक्चर अपलोड करें, AI की मदद से पोस्टर जनरेट करें एंड ऑल्सो गेट अ चांस टू विन अ स्पेशल कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क पैक फॉर हर। कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
भाईजान सुबह कंपटीशन है, सब तैयारी हो गई?
अच्छा सुन, a black hole is like a cosmic vacuum cleaner that is so powerful that it can suck in everything from dust and gases to even light if it gets too close. It never gets full, nor does it need